straight down at school with Amish Gowley. We're really excited out in that team.
Might be
They
going
won't
to
put us in the ordinary one, only amateur.
I was in the Randall team.
I was always frightened of the ball.
I played that. Can't play it now.
Pauline was a tomboy growing up, weren't you, dear?
Oh yes.
Always
Same as
was.
mine, wasn't
She
it?
liked
And she ain't changed.
No, that's right.
I know.
No.
We are what we are.
That's
That's
right.
I might
right.
go scuba diving in the holidays.
Yeah? Yeah, you said you'd only do that if Jack goes with you.
No, Nicholas might go to.
You like swimming, don't you, mate? You like swimming. You've done quite a bit of, you know, his widths and his lengths and everything.
Yeah.
Bronze. Never got the badge though.
That's your fault. Told you to get it.
Started swimming up again and got to go.
Ian's got some nice
Started
medals,
swimming
son.
up again.
They do.
Yeah.
The
Just
youngsters.
started it again.
How do you keep about 12? Then 3 years older than you, he's got some nice medals.
Who?
Ian.
Yeah, he watched the
Yeah.
video yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, he was there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Feel quiet down.
3.5.
What?
But Ian, 3.5. Yeah, someone said that he's 15.5, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, when's Ian's birthday?
December the 18th.
Not our Ian, you twat. Ian Mason, mum.
What's that, dear?
When's his birthday?
28.
I've got it on paper.
Isn't it 28?
Right, sure.
Of
I
what?
don't know, I need the one we
October.
managed to send a card to a bit late. It's the only
No.
one.
Ah,
But
Ian,
with
Ian,
the
Ian, Ian,
paper,
Ian.
Aaron sent me
That was
that.
Peter.
God
wasn't
knows
it?
you need to know. I'm Friday.
Oh, it should
Got
be.
big
That's a good idea, Michael. Do you know noise?
I've got to do,
Let's go through.
I've got to do gymnastics.
Got Darren
son.
is 16.
What's your fault?
We've got Wendy who's 14.
14,
Keith who's 12.
12,
Then there's Helen who's 10.
10.
Who's next?
Ian.
Ian who's 3. Not 4
Three.
is he?
No, December.
It's
That's near as
free.
good as.
And then there's Charlie who's 19 months. And then there's David
David.
who's nearly 6 weeks.
Michael's
We're
had no
talking about
children that he knows
family.
of.
There's me who's 30.
No, they're all
There's her who's
You're
30.
going in the lady feet when you go out.
I says me who's 30. And there's you who's 30.
I'm 35.
And I'm 35.
Pauline's 18 months
Nearly.
younger than I am.
He said,
But for 6 months of every year, she's only a year younger than I am. No.
Eh?
That's right.
Telling her how we are. I'm 34 in November.
The
I'll
first.
soon be honest.
I'm 12, 2 weeks time.
November the 1st.
Yeah, but we don't know when we're sending this video over, because if Uncle Mick can get hold of this camera again... Auntie
Whenever.
Auntie Pam
Please,
should be
don't
over
interrupt.
Thursday.
Aunt Pam's coming down, and Uncle Mick's going to try and get her on video as well, because Alan, I'm sure, would like to meet Aunt Pam.
And Uncle Fred. And they're 3 wolves. Wolves of
Wolves
yeah,
of Coal.
wolves.
Oh, one
Well, they're wolves,
grandson,
aren't they?
Yeah, one grandson.
Yeah, grandson, yeah, CJ.
Yeah.
Oh, shame.
He's another terrible. Alright, same age as Ian, isn't he?
Don't start.
Near enough.
You're on camera, don't start.
She's going to rush out and buy one now. I'll tell Mick it's a sale then, shall I?
Yeah.
Oh, shame.
What? Why? Go on in. I'll get him snoring.
Is that him snoring?
Since he's had that whack on the nose.
Is
That's
that the
that
noise you
noise.
could hear?
Yeah.
Since he had that whack on the nose, he started that again. After he had his head noise out, it all stopped.
Don't wake him
Ages
in.
and ages.
You have to mention it to him then. Is him? It sounds like an echo chamber or something. Perhaps when it's totally healed inside as well, that'll be
I
alright.
wonder if he did break his nose.
Didn't they x-ray?
Nah, he wouldn't
They couldn't have
touch
done
it.
anything,
Wouldn't have
Uncle.
touched it.
Couldn't have done anything for it.
No.
Now, when an adult breaks their nose, the most they do is put a plaster across it, which is just really to let other people know. It's not like you can splint your nose.
Urged him in that hospital. He screamed. leaving the place down. I felt so sorry for him. I was in casualty and I could hear him. I walked round.
Who was that from?
Charlie.
Oh, Charlie.
We've had two major accidents, well not major accidents I suppose, but there was my Ian falling out of bed, bang, bashed
That's
his
right,
nose,
he
And then
bashed
Charlie
his
bashed
nose,
his
didn't
nose.
he?
and
Yeah.
I was called out from work at 1:30 in the morning to take him into the hospital. And then Charlie, who got whacked on the nose, and he ended up with stitches. True stitches.
Oh, I don't think that's scar though.
No, I'm lucky. Yeah, his is scarred.
I have 1, 2, 3 stitches, didn't I?
You had 3 butterfly stitches,
Charlie had them bummed and he did.
which I don't think you'd have let them do.
Oh,
Yeah, but like watching, he was wrapped up, they wrapped him up right, so his arms off that. He had
Did they
had been held down.
numb it first?
Mark said like, where the cut was open, they were sticking the needle inside the cut.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
I said, I'm glad I weren't there because I'd have gone on the deck.
Yeah.
Can't stand anything like that.
and that's when
Don't you wake him up, boy.
If I had 12 stitches, I would probably slip.
Did you watch that,
No, I was sitting outside when he went in and he had that, what was it called? Angioplasty, wasn't it?
You did.
me?
I did see the
Oh,
he
when
said I
they-
could have
yeah,
a look, didn't
that's
he? And
right,
I went,
yeah.
no, I'll wait outside, right?
Yeah.
And I could hear the doctor in there talking to him and he's going, is it alright, doctor? He went, you'll soon know, he said, because the blood hits the ceiling. So I was me sitting outside looking at it. Honestly, God, I was sitting there and I'm looking at the ceiling expecting this blood to hit. Honestly, Mum, went on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
they
no,
know,
he's
weren't
the-
there?
It was.
Oh.
You were sitting outside, you said.
No,
Well, you weren't there.
no,
then,
you know
no.
when, you know when they pulled the curtains
Yeah.
down? Right? The doctor said to him, like, you soon know if the blood, and I'm sitting there like that. Thinking, it's going to hit the ceiling or not. Then he said to me, you can come in, didn't he?
Yeah.
Come in and he said, do you want to have a look? And I was like, oh no, thank you.
Oh, blood, Charlie is. Lump.
When they took the catheter out, mate.
That's it, the catheter thing.
Yeah.
It's only about 18 inches long.
That would have done me. I would have hit the deck. I can't stand up in like that. It makes me
I didn't see it go in though. Yeah, I'm laying awake on the operating table. Whoa.
Oh no.
Made me think when I had them 2 hours in the kidney and it cut 2 hours to one. It swung round me.
Well, I tell you how much
Oh.
I knew, T. You know, you're in the theatre, you're laying on the table, the nurse gets a pair of tongs with a swab on the end, she goes splat, splat, over there, they put the catheter in, 2 stitches to hold it in. I didn't even know it was in there.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And yet
right,
the
no,
pain
no.
that she went through when they done that kidney for her.
Yeah.
That could be like vicious, you know.
It's not only that. Mums have been very sore for ages.
And then I watched them put the angioplasty in.
Now where you go, boy?
You just cut it, didn't freeze it, cut it.
Yeah,
and
that's
I'd be so
right.
spiteful.
Yeah, some of them
Didn't know
are,
what was
don't
done.
they?
It's like when she done her arm in, I'm sitting there and I'm like, she's really hurting her and she's like, oh, and I really wanted to hit her.
Yeah.
I'm at the
This
hospital
nurse,
again
I
tomorrow.
really did.
You're up there
They moved the
tomorrow.
arm.
Yeah, I've got to see Wyatt. Well, I've got to see about this stomach thing and I've got to hand that letter in about the biopsy. They've got to take a couple of lumps out of me to see what they're like.
Yeah. That's the lumps that he's got though, he's got them in all.
Yeah, but mine are in the stomach. And they said there might be something different.
Yeah?
Because these are blood clots in the veins, aren't they?
No, they're
I
not.
know.
You know?
There's
fat,
cysts, aren't
isn't it?
they? Fat.
Is it?
I thought it was fat.
What are they, mate?
I'm not exactly sure how to explain it right, but it's something to do with nerve endings. So it's part of your nerves.
Oh.
Is it
That's why they
really?
don't take them out.
They're lumps.
Yeah.
I've got one there
I've
and one
got
there when I
all over
stand
me.
up.
Yeah.
I mean, you can rub your hand up and down my arm, you can find lumps all over me.
Yeah, I ain't got that type. You can't
Yeah.
feel them. It's just when I stand up, you
can
see a
see
lump
some of
here.
them.
It's a varicose vein.
No,
Yeah,
leave
look
well,
at
I
Leave well
Yeah, that
alone,
one.
says
Pop, I don't need them, I've got my own thanks. I'm like the Elephant Man, thanks a lot.
No,
Isn't that right, mate? Leave well alone.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? If they don't hurt you, leave them well alone.
Yeah.
I was going to have one taken out, this one here. I've got a real bad one here.
Yeah.
Was it painful?
And it's where, like, if I have my arm across and the dead lays on it and she like, well, it ain't so much that. If she turns round and goes to get up and pushes against it, it hurts. You know what I mean? It ain't It doesn't, it ain't tender or nothing like that. But it's just if you
I know
really
he's
push
eating
on.
a nut. You're a nut.
So you was going to have it taken out? The doctor won't?
Yeah, and the doctor said it ain't really worth it.
Do they know about mum's big off?
Oh, I don't know, I presume I must have told you something on the phone. Alan knows that you lost a kidney, doesn't he?
I think I must have said it.
Yeah. What year did you have
But
that done?
just in case,
1983.
It wasn't that
Halloween.
surely, was it?
Yeah,
when I was
I
working
remember
at
it was
Schweppes,
Halloween.
yeah, it was
I
Halloween.
remember it was Halloween, not
And then
not
she had
on
to
my
go.
birthday.
She had to go
Remember that?
back in
you
July
bloody wake
and
him
have
up.
it reopened.
Get away from him now.
It was Halloween.
Get away from him now.
'Cause it's very, I don't like
Get
that
the other
day.
side of him.
Yeah,
I don't like that day. Mick got
1983.
run
that
over on that day. Didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was
And
being
because I
dressed.
spent my birthday over Auntie Pam's, don't remember?
No. I
And
remember
then-
us going over
And then
Aunt
10
Pam's.
years to the day, Paul went.
And Mum talks about 51 being
And
a
then-
lucky number.
Yeah,
She had her up, and that's why I was so worried.
yeah,
See, I'm terrible, I don't
And
remember
my
all these
face, I
dates.
remember my face come up like
that's
boxes,
right,
do you
it
remember?
did, yeah,
With my nerves, yeah. Got up in the morning, do you remember Dad? I couldn't go
Yeah.
to see Mum or nothing.
that's right.
So I got up in the morning, looked in the mirror, it looked like I'd gone 10 rounds with Mum and
Yeah.
Dad. My face had puffed,
Puffed
my
up,
eyes were shut.
bruised,
Yeah. And doctor said it was nerves, worry.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was 7 years clearing up,
Yeah, because I know
until
That's
1989,
right, yeah.
Mum
6 years.
Mum complained of back problems to the doctor. For about 18 months she was being treated for lumbago,
That's
actually.
right, yeah.
And she just happened to be down the hospital where you was gonna...
See them.
And she went to the toilet and just lost a load of blood, didn't you? And
Yeah,
Dad had the presence of mind to call a nurse in to look at it. And within days, wasn't it?
2 days.
She
wasn't
had her kidney. When they x-rayed you, they said your kidney was just about given up, hadn't it?
Yeah.
It had shriveled to that. That shows you what our GPs are like in this
how long,
country. I
have
just
you
don't
said
get
how
there
long she was in
Australia.
under the op? Because the
No, I
bloke
don't
was
get
trying to
very
clean
long.
it out.
it? 5
Ian,
5 o'clock she went down, 11 o'clock she came back up.
when the evening was that?
Yeah,
Really?
evening up, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't
It
remember
must have
that.
been an evening up,
I
but I was
wasn't there.
I thought you was up there with me when the doctor come up and said, we may or may not have to cut out the kidney.
No, I wasn't with you. All I remember is I remember going round to intensive care
Yeah,
because I worked in delivery suite at the
that's
time.
right, yeah.
And they let me go in to
Mm.
see Mum. That was bad enough, but that
Oh,
was the first time I'd seen
it's horrible.
Mum.
Yeah.
I think the more, for me, it was worse because I believed the doctors about it being lumbago. And
Yeah,
I thought Mum was just waffling
yeah,
until that happened.
yeah.
No, it's food.
And mother never does anything in half measure, does she?
No, because then they found a gallbladder problem. didn't
That's right, which
Diabetes.
she's still got,
Yeah, diabetes, but that is age, you see.
yeah.
We've all got a likelihood of that. It's just your parts packing up as you get older.
She's asthmatic.
What's that?
Yeah, but she's been that since
And now
the
she's got
bombs.
Parkinson's.
And now she's got Parkinson's on top of that.
Yeah. But she's still.
She's still around, mate.
She
I've
will
got at
not.
least another 10 years.
Yeah, she's not going to roll over anyway. Not for the next year. or
10
more.
years I've got. Another 10 years.
Mm, yeah. Just feeling.
If Ian wakes that baby up, he's going to get a slap from me.
It's eating.
What did you bring that?
Alan's got bad
thing
nerves as well, Dad.
Eh?
Alan's got bad nerves.
It didn't look good.
That's Pauline, Alan, Michael.
How do you mean?
Bad nerves.
We've got like breakdown type
No,
nerves.
no, just bad nerves. I mean, Pauline nearly wanted her acceptance at 5 years old. Her nerves were so bad.
It's eating, leave it
So
alone.
it must get added down.
Just
Tell
like a
Alan,
snot, doesn't it?
you can tell Alan he
Oh,
does
Paul,
the
you
same job
must
as
all
I
go to
used
the
to.
doctor if yours looks like that.
Ali,
What do you say,
you
Charlie?
can tell Alan he's doing the same type of job that I used to do when I was a
Yeah, you were a foreman, Stallman.
foreman Stallman,
Yeah, but he was only falling storming over himself, wasn't he?
No.
On much worse wages.
Wages reduced.
Diabolical wages. weren't they?
Michael
Now
works
they are.
for the council now. Well,
Yeah, I'm a paid layabout.